Dizzy. Well, I tried doing that in socks and it wasn't working out. So I actually used to be a dancer and I haven't done that in a while. Probably shouldn't have worn socks on carpet to do that, but whatever. My desk is so messy right now. Tell me why I have 4 cups, a half-eaten donut, Stranger Things edition Chips Ahoy, Ritz, vitamins, and a whole bunch of sticky notes all over my desk. I try to keep my room as organized as possible, especially when channeling. And this video is going to be a little bit different. Let's get into it. So it is November 2nd as I am recording this, and I am recording some channeled messages for the 11/11 portal. So there will be a portal between November 11th to November 22nd. And I wanted to channel some messages, anything that the spirit guides wanted to share. And now I channel pretty much 24/7. More or less, I am always channeling. I haven't publicly channeled in about a year and a half. And so it's been a while since I recorded one of these. I used to do this all the time, actually. So yeah, I'm actually very excited. It's been long awaited. My spirit guides are so excited because they have a lot of information that they'd like to share, and I am a conduit for that information. I'm a channel for that information. Before I start channeling, I wanted to say a disclaimer. Anything that I say during channeling is not medical, financial, or legal advice. It is meant to be informational material only. So please use your own discretion, your own grain of salt when listening to any of my content or any content, but especially when I'm channeling. And that's also a note for us to take personal responsibility for our decisions and choices and what type of content we are consuming on a daily basis. That is our responsibility. So I love channeling. I love channeling. It's so fun for me to connect with my spirit team, and I'm always connecting with them. And so I'd love to share. I'd love to do this more on my channel to relay channeled messages. And so I read oracle cards. I read the Akashic Records, which is the record of the soul, originating at the 7th dimension. My Akashic Record teacher always used to say, it's like cosmic Google, and it really is. It is an infinite, vast knowledge keeper of information. And Archangel Metatron is a scribe for the Akashic Records, and he's keeper of the Akashic Records. I used to channel Archangel Metatron a lot, actually, when accessing the Akashic Records. The Akashic Records, you can channel your oversoul, yourself, Gaia, your spirit team. There's no right or wrong answer when connecting and when channeling with the Akashic Records. When connecting with yourself, your oversoul, your intuition, there is no right or wrong answer. Blanket statement. There are certain techniques that you can learn. There are a lot of people that teach this. I teach how to connect with energies, your spirit team, and I also teach energy work as well. And so my membership TLC will be linked in the description down below. That's where I teach a whole bunch of different courses and things in terms of the realm of channeling and energy work, which is really cool. Well, that's enough yapping for my end, for Carly. Enough of me yapping. I want to get started. November 11th to November 22nd. Let's get into the energy. Okay, first, let's breathe. Just want to show my first ever deck that I ever bought. Let me drop a card. As soon as I said that, a card fell out. All right. Wow. This is a deep portal of transformation, of divine love, but it feels like, now, this is just the word, this is the phrase I'm hearing, feels like a soul death. But what they're meaning with that, those are just the 2 words that I'm hearing. So I wanted to say it in case it resonated with anybody. But what it feels like is like a tower moment. It feels like a death and rebirth type energy, right? Like that Phoenix type energy. So it feels like we've really moved into our new timeline, right? With all of the portals, with all the eclipses that have happened in September, this is eclipse season, and with 2025 coming to a wraps, we've really stepped into a new version of ourselves. And what that means is like death and rebirth energy. And now it could be large scale, it could be small scale. I mean, you really have to take this with a grain of salt and put that into your life or not, wherever that fits best. And if none of what I say resonate with you, no worries, just leave it. There is a lot of soul growth happening at this time. A lot of soul growth, which is the whole transformative piece. And so there's a lot of like, no, I'm not thinking of the right word. What is this? Spiritual awakening. That's the phrase I'm looking for. It feels like a spiritual awakening. It feels like a tower moment, like a death and rebirth, spiritual awakening time frame. And so there's a lot of unconscious information, beliefs that are going to be coming to the surface. There's going to be a lot of, you're going to be seeing clearly more and more about your life. It could be related to relationships, business, like it could be external. However, it feels more internal in the way that I am perceiving this. It feels internal. And what she's saying is to look at ourselves and the depths of ourselves. And now we could take the time to kind of do inner work. Like it feels like inner child. They're saying interdimensional. So it feels like, we're going to be exploring our multidimensional self more in depth internally and what that really means. And so however that lands for you, but this portal is an opportunity for those things to come to light. Anything internal that we have maybe been suppressing or ignoring or not even aware of, that are going to be coming to light, that are for our highest and best to move through in our soul's evolution. We could do the work to go in there, is what they're saying, to like do all that, the journaling, the journal prompts, all the things. But regardless, it's going to come up. Regardless. So regardless, there's going to be mirrors, there's going to be your own realizations or a realization from an interaction that is going to come up, that is going to show you where to look in terms of subconscious or unconscious patterns, behaviors, anything that is from an old timeline or an old version of you that no longer serves you and no longer is relevant for your highest and best in your new timeline moving forward will be revealed to be cleared and released and let go of. You could be bumping up against old beliefs and thought patterns as well. Like all of this could be interpreted as external, however, it feels more internal in the way that I'm perceiving this. So there is a card that says polarity, soul growth, and conflict. And now, so there could be an internal battle, so to speak, of like this old version of you is still maybe holding on to some stuff because that's what it is an ego death. Right? It's an ego death. It's a tower moment. And through spiritual awakenings, we can perceive that as a negative thing or a positive thing. It's all in perception. And ego deaths aren't always comfortable to the human. And so that could be taken with a grain of salt of like, I used to believe this one thing and that felt safe because I knew this one thing and it felt safe and it was safety. And believing a new thing or having a new outlook or new version of yourself come to light, it can feel unsafe. It can feel a little rocky, but it is in allowing yourself to grow and to expand and to explore new versions of yourself will allow a new reality to kind of step forward into your life. Not new, but perceived as new. A new feeling, a new energy, a new vibe that maybe you have been intending or manifesting for a while. So it's an opportunity. This portal is an opportunity for rebirth, of allowing your soul to step into a new version of itself that you've been waiting for, essentially. If you have been asking for a certain thing, if you've been talking to the universe or asking for a certain thing or taking action steps towards a goal, if you have goals, if you have been working towards something, this is the perfect opportunity to really step into that new version of yourself. Because if you have been working on towards your goals or something specific, then this is the opportunity in this time period to allow yourself to be that version of yourself that has that thing already. So the energy is more like prominent for that. And you're going to be able to see your potential as well. The thing is if we are manifesting something new in our life, I don't really like saying blanket statements because I believe we can make anything a reality and we can believe in anything and that can make that thing true. However, generally speaking, if we're wanting something new in our life, something old has to leave. Something old has to die for that new thing to have room or space to come in. And so it feels like that's what's going to be happening in this portal. Now I dropped 2 more cards. One that I picked I haven't quite seen yet. Okay. Your goal, intention, or manifestation, however you want to call it, it's happening. It's happening. So they want you to know that you are more powerful than you could possibly imagine or believe you are. In terms of your energy, in terms of your reality, and the way that you co-create with the universe or your life, you make your life. It's important to remember that you have the ability to have the life that you wish. And the thing is really with that, what I've also come to understand is it is all in our perception. It's all in our perception. If we want our life to look at a certain way, it is because, most likely, it is because we feel that if we have that thing, we are going to feel a certain way. So really what it is we want to feel a certain way. That's what it is. And so we can choose to perceive our reality in that way that makes us feel how we want to feel. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Within that energy of, if I had this thing, I'm going to feel this way, and so that's what I want. We feel that way that we want to feel already from the start. That's how we want to feel. And we start doing things that allow us to perpetuate that energy and to keep that momentum going. And we hold our vision, and that's what's coming. That's what's coming. And the thing is so the title of this card says A New Earth. I'm just going to show the card. With this card, it says A New Earth. The thing is not everybody's into the New Earth vibe. That's okay. I am. But it's not so much New Earth as in the community on Earth, like all of us changing Earth's vibe. It's within us. So a new Earth actually starts within us. How is it that we want to live our life here? It's a simple statement, but it's not always that simple. Like, I understand that as well. But it is the new Earth, a new Earth, it starts with you. Who is it that you want to be? It's not always about what your external environment is. It is the version of you that you would like to be, and the version of you that has the things that you want. Who is that version of you, and how are you going to play that character and feel the things that you would like to feel and experience in this lifetime? Feels like a lot of things are going to start picking up, and that can be interpreted on a personal level, collective level, however you'd like to perceive that, but it feels like things are just going to start picking up. And when things move quickly, we don't have to move quickly. Things might start to happen really quickly externally or even internally, in terms of you're changing a lot and your opinions are changing, your style is changing, everything, you're the way that you speak. Or it could be also external. So however you'd like to perceive that, it could be a lot of things are just happening and changing. Now, what they are wanting to remind you of is to take time for yourself. And so the real message of this card is take time in nature. And yes, I'm a huge advocate and fan of grounding. I think that grounding is super, super helpful and important for physical health and energetic health as well. However, this could be just also taking time for yourself. Floor time, sitting by yourself, sitting on the ground, or any other time period where you are just kind of sitting with yourself and taking time and space to breathe. Is what basically the message is, right? I am a huge advocate for grounding. We don't always have to be grounding. There is no right or wrong answer in terms of how you take care of yourself. That is your choice and up to you. That is your responsibility, right? And so I never want to sit here and be channeling and say, do this, do this, do this, and have a certain outcome, because that's not the way that reality works. That is all individual and unique to you. So however you'd like to take time, but they are saying just to remember to take time for yourself. And however you'd like to do that. I mean, that could be taking time for yourself, could be literally hanging out with friends. Like, it's really how you decompress or de-stress or take time to breathe. However it is that you breathe, they're saying just remember to do that. In terms of like self-care looks like a vast range of things. Like I said, like self-care could be going to the movies, going to a concert, hanging out with friends, could be alone time, could be taking a shower, could be going to the spa. Like, self-care is how you do you, right? Like, so they're just saying to remember that during this time, especially November. November is going to ramp up. It feels like the energy just feels like, it feels calm, but it feels like things are happening. And so that is a particular timeline that I'm reading. This timeline may change. These are just informational pieces to kind of keep in mind for this time period as well, and the energies that we could hone in on and use to the best of our ability for our highest and best as well. All right, any other messages? It feels like there's going to be a lot of synchronicities as well in terms of seeing potential. So if you have been asking for a certain thing or an answer to a question, if you've just been wondering about something, maybe try and pay attention to any synchronicities that are happening around you. I personally do not believe in coincidences. Not the way the world works. Everything I feel is divinely orchestrated. They're saying that there will be potentials being revealed to you in terms of opportunities, relationships, things, synchronicities that are just wild, that are just like, what just happened, you know? And those are invitations to explore that thing, or maybe to, you know, look into that a little bit further or think about it a little bit further. Every single one of these pictures has water in it. That's not my water deck. I thought it was my water deck. The deck I'm using is Starseed Oracle. Every single one of these pictures has water in it. So there's something with water. I use water a lot. Also, the Akashic Records is stored in water. Water holds memory, as per Olaf in Frozen 2, I think it is. I'm going to be filming a new moon and full moon video for November as well, and it feels like I should be using water in those videos as part of the ritual for the new moon and full moon. That feels complete on my end. Thank you so much, Goddess Isis and Divine Spirit team, for communicating with me and relaying the messages. I now close up this reading session. Thank you so much for watching this video. It really means a lot to me. Let me know in the comment section down below what part of this reading resonated most with you and what is a synchronicity for you. So if there's any synchronicities, definitely let me know. Let me know in the comment section. And if you like this video, please give this video a like. Please subscribe down below. Also, please share with friends and family if you feel they will also enjoy this content. And also let me know what type of content you'd like to see from me. I had so much fun filming this channel video for the portal of November 11th to the 22nd. I plan on doing more of these, so look out for those in the future. And I hope everyone has an amazing day, an amazing week, and I will see you next week for a brand new video. Bye!